Hi, I'm Elizabeth Hicks, the author of 24 published books under the pen name Elizabeth Wheatley, and I'm here to help you finish your first book and write the next book. I've talked before about the importance of having a writing routine, touched on that kind of briefly, and a writing ritual is part of that writing routine. So the writing ritual is the things that you do around that routine. The purpose of a writing ritual is to get you into the right headspace and to get you geared up to write as much as possible. Writing rituals can be as complex or as simple as they need to be, so it all just depends on you and what you feel like optimizes your writing time. Some writers like dim the lights, light a candle, and listen to music with headphones in, like a specific soundtrack that they've made. Or it can get even more complex than that, where they like review notes, go over comments. That it can get very complicated and it can be very simple. So for me, before I write, I get something to drink, usually coffee, sometimes tea, and I have it positioned on my left-hand side so that my right hand is free to use the mouse. And I sit down at the computer and I open up Word and I write. So that is a very simple version of a writing ritual, but when I do those things, like when I put the coffee there, when I have the mouse here, I know it's time to write. Phone is down, butts in chair, eyeballs looking at computer screen. People who have very consistent writing routines tend to have the writing rituals. When you are going into creating your own writing ritual, the first question you need to ask is, what do you need? Do you need to de-stress? Do you feel like you need to go over your plot that you've written out? Do you feel like you need to get into the right mindset to write about this world? Especially people who switch between different worlds and different characters. They will do things prior to their writing sessions to get into character, so to speak, for whichever point of view or series they are writing in. I kind of front load my writing ritual when I am writing in a certain world because I currently have 3 different worlds I am writing in. I usually saturate myself during the day with things to do with that world. So I will look at Pinterest boards. I will curate my Pinterest board so that everything I'm looking at is in the aesthetic of that world that I'm writing in currently. I listen to music that I feel like is in alignment with that world, but I don't do it necessarily before sitting down and writing in that session. I will just do it over the period during the season I am working on this book. For me, that keeps my head in the space of that world, and that way I don't have to crawl back into it every day. Some people find it's more helpful if they do those rituals prior to actually sitting down to write. I just do it. Most writers I know do need quiet spaces to write effectively, or they tell me that. Not everyone does. So it is possible to have noise-canceling headphones and go write in a coffee shop. It is possible that some people write better in noise. I don't understand how, but some people actually do. Ask yourself the question what you need to get into the right headspace of the world, of the characters, and what you need to move forward. Now go forth and create your own writing ritual.